Hey gamers, I'm the Bad Luck Gamer, and we're back with more Why This Class is Awesome in Pathfinder 2E. And just before we get to the video, I just want to say, as the time of this video, as I'm recording it, we are at 198 subscribers, which is pretty crazy since less than a month ago, we're like a week or so short of a month ago, we had hit 100 subscribers. We're going to hit 200 by the time most of you will even see this video. That's crazy, and I just want to say thank you, like I've done many times before, but I'm not going to go too much into it this time. Also, my cleric video, if you haven't seen it yet, is about to hit 1,000 views. Again, crazy. We're at like 968 when I'm recording this video, so it's a lot, and I'm very happy and very thankful, and I want to know, seriously, I want to know if there's any kind of Pathfinder content, or if there's anything you want me to do on the channel, any kind of live content you want to watch. Please let me know in the comments in any of these videos. I would highly appreciate it. I really want to know what you guys want to see. I definitely want to do the content that I want to make for sure, but I also want to do Pathfinder content that appeals to you, the audience, since you're the ones I'm making this all for. But enough with that business. Let's go ahead and get on with the video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Alchemical Master Alchemist, if you can guess by alchemical. Alchemist is a fantastic class, and let's go dive right in to see why Alchemist is awesome. First and foremost, they get alchemical crafting as a feat automatically. It's great. It's really good. Any class that gives you a crafting feat, just base, just for taking it, is really good, and it works so well for alchemists because it just makes your character very versatile and very utility based. Just from that fact alone, because potions can do so many things in the game. We're actually going to go over a few of the potions and alchemical items in this video to see how awesome it is just being able to craft these items, but not only that, being able to do it like the Alchemist, which, let's start off with infused reagents. Oh my god, infused reagents in advanced alchemy means that a level 1 character can probably make 16 potions at the beginning of the day. You just take a bunch of shit, put it in a big pot, stir it up, and then you just start pulling potion bottles out of it. You don't know where the glass came from, but it's just there. And that's just what Alchemist does. You can, if you're prepped at the beginning of your day, make 16 potions right out the gate, assuming you have a +4 bonus for your intelligence. And it's nuts. Each infused reagent allows you to make 2 batches, and later this increases to 3 and 4, and it's pretty crazy. And speaking of infused reagents mixed with quick alchemy, it gives you the flexibility of pulling up literally any potion at 0 cost. By the way, the potions you made earlier, as I mentioned earlier, are also at 0 cost. At 0 cost, you can pull any of these potions out, chuck them at someone, drink them, slather them on someone, whatever you're doing with them. They're all really good, really great. It makes the alchemist have literally a bigger bag of tricks than like a wizard does. Because while a wizard has so many spell slots, an alchemist can make any of the potions they know that's in their formula book up to their level using these infused reagents. It's nuts. They can just do so much. Speaking of how much they can do, let's look at some of the potions that they can make, most of which start out at level 1. So, Alchemist Fire. You like burning shit down? Alchemist Fire is what's for you. Does a good amount of fire damage, and it does persistent fire damage, like 1 persistent fire damage, which increases as you get higher levels of the formula, and it's really good. Also, persistent damage. Keep an ear out for that, because we're going to come back to that. Acid Flask. Hey, do you like persistent damage? Because Acid Flask does a lot of persistent damage. It does a D6, I think, at first, acid damage, which is pretty solid. And unlike in like D&D 5e, not as many creatures are as resistant to acid damage in this system, which is really good. Bottled lightning. No persistent damage, but if you hit the target with it, they become flat-footed. Wow, that's really good. They become flat-footed until the end of their next turn, or at the beginning of their turn. It'll show up here in my little box that comes up when I say something wrong, which happens a lot. But Bottle Lightning, really good. And by the way, I didn't mention this with some of the other ones, but a lot of their bombs do splash damage, which means even if you miss, it does extra damage. Even if you hit, it still does extra damage. Also, it does extra damage to all targets around him. If you have a boss that literally has an AC so high that your fighter is struggling, you're going to be the only person on your team doing splash damage, and maybe, if you get lucky, even persistent damage. The Drakeheart Mutagen. Oh my goodness, it's a +4 AC bonus, item bonus for any character. As long as you're not wearing armor, this is perfect for monks. It makes monks kind of dumb because it stacks on top and it makes them damn near impossible to kill. And you can even like trigger it to just move twice with a single action. And then you remove any of the penalties for having the Drakeheart Mutagen. It's stupid good. And getting it at low level will make your character nigh unkillable for those first few levels. It's really great. The Cheetah Elixir makes you go fast. Having a speed bonus is good. And higher level Cheetah Elixirs gives you a higher speed bonus. And actually in Pathfinder, speed bonuses are really hard to come by, and especially higher level speed bonuses. These potions eventually become invaluable because they give you a speed bonus that literally most magic items can't even replicate. Forensic Dye is really good. You take some DNA, slather in a bottle, start smearing it on things, and you can see fingerprints. You can find where people have gone, where they might be. It's a great item to just track an enemy when no one has survival or everyone rolled like garbage. And not only that, it can be used in a lot of circumstances if you think about it real hard, which, you're an alchemist. You should be smart, right? Silver Sheen is really good hidden OP because there's nothing in this game that's more frustrating than not having a silver weapon when you need one, especially when it comes to fighting devils. There's just, or Fae even. There's just nothing that compares, and being able to just turn a weapon for a minute into a silver weapon, or 10 pieces of ammunition into a silver weapon, which is pretty much a minute really, it makes it really good, especially when so many creatures have silver weakness, and being able to just slather on. So the Alchemist is a literal box of tricks, and you can just reach into your infused reagent bag and pull out anything as long as you already know it. That's just the beginning. We haven't even begun to start talking about the research fields or their other class features. I will say that in order to make this video not go so long, I'm not going to go as in detail into like the research fields and some of the feats. Just know that Alchemist can do a lot of things. And speaking of the research fields, as I've said before, or as I mentioned before, just specialize your alchemy. They let you have better, you can make some of the items on the list more frequently. It's just, if you have a particular item you want to focus on for your alchemist, it's the way to go. It's a good way to just start making more potions that you're using constantly. Also, with the addition of the poisons and the mutagens, like, this actually gives the alchemist so many different like play style choices, because a mutagenist can literally turn into just a really powerful martial character, while the poisoner, mixed with some good skill feat choices, can be a really good assassin. Like, Alchemist is really dumb with the amount of utility and bonuses that they can just pick up everywhere. Powerful Alchemy. It's a feature that doesn't really get a lot of use early game, but the ability to change the DCs of your potions to match your class DC means that those potions that have a 17 DC to beat which you get early level, but kind of get outscaled very, very quickly, always stay relevant because every time you level up, it's going up. And then also, as you get features that boost your Alchemist class level, it boosts them as well. It actually makes even weak potions super good and potent because they work on higher level characters. Oh my god, it's really good. You literally just have an option for everything, and you can do it super cheap, especially if you have a bunch of extra potions kind of stored away. Double Brew, another standard class feature, just allows you, when you use your Quick Alchemy, to just pop, get 2 potions, 2 bombs, 2 whatever, and just use them as a bomber. It's really good because you use 1 action to do Quick Alchemy, you create 2 bombs, and then you can throw both of the bombs in the turn, doing persistent or splash damage, whatever it is, really good. Or if you're very low on health, Quick Alchemy, and you can get 2 healing elixirs or elixirs of life that you can just chug and just boost your health all the way up, because their healing potions are really, really good. And if you're a Chirurgeon, or if you're just an alchemist who just has a really high elixir of life level in your formula book, that's a lot of health, and you can just dump it right there. Just a single action. Well, it's single action to make them, and then 2 actions to drink them both. But that's still really good. You can just literally pulling healing out your ass. All right, so Alchemist feats. We got a lot of really, really good ones, but I want to say that the Alchemist has one of the coolest features, which is known as additive. It prevents you from using your max level potions in exchange for giving your potions extra effects. And oftentimes it means giving your potion like an effect that matches another potion's effect, or just makes them really good. So be on the lookout for the additive trait, because it is going to make a huge difference with how you play Alchemist, and it's going to make your items just, it's like meta magic for Alchemists. It's really, really good. Alchemical Familiar is really good. The little homunculus familiar that you can get, because you can get what is it? It is called the extra reagents, which means that a level 1 character can make 18 potions at the beginning of the day, which is really, really dumb. I absolutely love it. But yeah, the Alchemist Familiar, on top of just being a cool familiar, which a non-magic class getting a familiar is actually pretty sick, but getting extra reagents just adds to your other class features, and it's just a level 1 master ability you can easily pick up. It's absolutely phenomenal. I can't recommend it enough for your Alchemist build. You know what I mentioned earlier? Sorry, man, my voice. You know what I mentioned earlier about making 18 potions in a day, or even 16 potions in a day? Quick Bomber turns you into a literal just, you know, like in cartoons when a character's just chucking potion bottles at someone? That's what happens, because you can pick up a potion and throw it out of your pack as a single action. That's really good. That means you can draw and strike with 3 potions in a round. Even if you miss, you're still doing splash damage. And if you hit them with like bottled lightning, that makes them flat-footed, which makes your next attack even more likely to hit. It's absolutely amazing. Quick Bomber is absolutely a must if you're playing a bomber build. Revivifying Mutagen is actually really good. Most mutagens work in almost any build because they're just stat boosts. And they're stat boosts that can really help you. They do come with some negatives, but with this feature, as an action, you metabolize the potion, healing yourself and ending the effect when you deem it no longer necessary. That's so good. It gives you an additional healing effect based on the item level, and you can end negative effects that are really messing you up in a given turn, and it's really good. And it also lets you just chug another mutagen, because you can't have 2 mutagens at once. It lets you just chug another mutagen and have whatever other stats that you need. Whew. That's a lot of words. Healing bombs. Do I need to say more? Like, literally, you can chuck potions at your friends, hit them, and cause them to heal. And if you crit heal them, they also get the item bonus to poisons and disease checks, which is kind of cool. Not super necessary, but that's okay. You just need to hit a DC 15, and you're just, gotcha. And I think it's absolutely great. any game that allows you to attack your friends to heal them is super good. And not only that, but if they're down and unconscious, this is just a great way to get them up right away. It's absolutely amazing. And also, fun fact, this can mix with Quick Bomber because it makes your elixirs have the bomb trait, which you can then just pick up and chuck immediately. Now, technically, you can only make these when you use the infused reagents or whatever for quick alchemy, but still, there might be a scenario like later when you get multiple batches where you automatically stow one of the potions. You can use Quick Bomber to pull it up and heal an ally in an instant. Really good combo of skills. Combine elixirs lets you get 2 buffs at the same time. You suddenly need like to give yourself a massive AC boost and a big speed boost. Drakeheart Mutagen and the cheetah elixir, and bam, there you go. There's so many good combinations of potion effects that you can do. They have to be elixirs, but as you drink them and use them, you get both the effects at once. Buffing is really big in Pathfinder 2e, not as much as in 1e, but really big in 2e, and being able to do so with less actions is huge. Sticky Bomb is dumb in a way that's great. It just makes it, whatever damage your potion does adds to the persistent damage, and not only that, it does the persistent damage just when it hits. Some potions might require that you crit to do persistent damage. This just does the damage on top of it. And if it already does persistent damage, it adds it together. It's additive. It makes your persistent damage builds really good. Sticky bombs mixed with acid flasks is a really dumb build where you can start seeing even like 10 damage of persistent acid damage around. It gets really, really nutty. Invincible Mutagen is really good, and again, mutagens can just work in so many builds. Invincible Mutagen means that whenever you take the Juggernaut mutagen, which makes you really tanky, at the cost of like a penalty to your will saves or whatever, you get temporary HP, bonus to fortitude saves, and with Invincible Mutagen, it also makes it where you get a bonus, or you get a resistance to all physical damage equal to your intelligence modifier. It's absolutely amazing. Something I would highly, highly recommend on any Alchemist build. Chemical Contagion. I mean, if you're like me, you've probably played some RPG game that has like a Contagion build or whatever. Chemical Contagion is so good. If an enemy crit fails your Contagion for one of your poisons, they proc it on a nearby enemy. It's really good. It for its level, it kind of lacks some of the efficiency, but I love the idea, especially if you have some really, really high level poisons or whatever. You can destroy people. Just think of this outside of combat. Think of this in like a normal scenario. You're trying to like kill a noble or whatever. You can just murk their family. It does take a reaction, so you can only proc it once. I wish you could do it more because I love watching my Contagion just bounce from target to target to target. But still, being able to even proc it on someone else adds value, and you essentially just get a potion for free because of or a poison for free because of that. It's a really, really good feat, and something I highly recommend because I think it would be a lot of fun to play with. Something I don't normally do, after talking about the feats, I just want to talk about Alchemist itself as like an overview. Alchemist is very diverse. Most people really kind of misinterpret what the Alchemist is. It's just like some potion making machine for the party. And the thing about the Alchemist is it's not that. It's so much more. Your ability to craft and to get bonuses to crafting your alchemical items makes your downtime super efficient, super good, and your party can be super outfitted with whatever you need. You can save your party tons of gold, but not only that, with mutagen builds, you can make a martial character alchemist. With the poison build, with the bomb build, you can go DPS, you can go assassin, you can even make potions that make you harder to notice. Just like mixing alchemical items together really, really benefits the alchemist. And it takes someone of a decent level of understanding of the game and of the class to really get the most out of it. But I highly recommend anyone who really wants to get into the class to really, really look at the Alchemist and see what it's giving you, because honestly, it gives you a whole heck of a lot. And it's a lot more than just a potion bomb wielding individual. Mixed with other archetype dedications and multi-class archetypes, the Alchemist just provides so much opportunity to approach classes from a very different and unique way. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. This one might go a little bit longer just because I wanted to talk a little bit about Alchemist. I feel like a lot of people misinterpret Alchemist as just like a nerdy, you know, like just the potion crafter of the group. They do a lot of support things. They throw bombs or whatever. But in all actuality, if you can break yourself away from that image of it, from that fantasy, you can see that the Alchemist actually can perform a lot of different class roles and can do a lot of different jobs. And just getting alchemical crafting baseline for the class, even if you take no other Alchemist feats, your character is always going to be relevant because you're always going to have something on hand with your quick alchemy to help the party in any situation. There's just, no matter what you do, no matter, even if you take no feats, you're still going to have an answer for every solution as long as you're going out and filling out your formula book. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And it's technically a martial class, which is even cooler because martial classes don't get this much utility. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you have yet to do so, please subscribe to see more amazing content like this. I try to get a video out every Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, join us in the Discord down in the description. The community is growing. We also do live play content, and if you want the chance to play with us in that live play content, I always recruit from my Discord first. And I want to also say that if you like these videos, please tell your friends to watch it. Please share my videos wherever it may strike you. I want people to understand that Pathfinder is available to anyone. It's super easy to understand, and I'm trying to make my videos accessible so that anyone can get into the game. And I just want to spread Pathfinder to more people. So if you can help me do that, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, gamers, leave the bad luck to me. Good luck in your games, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.